During the Spanish occupation, power was distributed to a few elite families, the mestizo families, the Principalia. They owned land, held power, had the right to vote, and were inevitably the ones who control local power. Political dynasties are not exclusive to Philippine politics. The U.S. has the Kennedy and Bush families, India has the Gandhis, Indonesia has the Suharto family, Malaysia has the Razak, while Thailand has the Shinawat family. Political analyst Mon Casiple says martial law gave birth to a number of political dynasties, bred by the Marcos dynasty itself. The 1987 Philippine Constitution, born after the EDSA revolt, strived to change that. Article 2, Section 26 states, the state shall guarantee equal access to opportunities for public service and prohibit political dynasties as may be defined by law. The problem is, to this day, the law has not defined political dynasties, and that meant the preservation of the status quo. According to a study of the Asian Institute of Management Policy Center, at least 115 members, or 68% of the members of the present Congress, have relatives who were members of the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th Congresses. Not only do political families control power, most dynasties also have influence on the local and national economy. The study shows that based on their statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth, legislators belonging to political dynasties appear to be richer, with an average net worth of 52 million pesos than those who do not belong to dynasties, who have an average net worth of 42 million pesos. The same study shows that political dynasties are also prominent in the country's political parties. They make up 76% of the Lakas Kampi Party, 56% of the Liberal Party, 74% of the Nationalist People's Coalition, and 81% of the Nacionalista Party.
Concentrate power in a certain family, and these families normally tries to maintain the power by hook or by crook, what we usually call the guns, and gold.
Casiple says a family becomes a political dynasty primarily due to the good record of the first generation. But he says this is not usually continued with the second, third, and future generations. But good or bad performance, familiar names keep getting elected into office. In the 2010 national elections, the top three presidential candidates all come from political families. President Benigno Aquino won with 15,208,678 votes, followed by Joseph Estrada and Manny Villar. The top two vice presidential candidates also come from political families, Jejomar Binay and Mar Rojas. And 8 of the 12 winning senatorial candidates all come from political families, Revilla, Estrada, Enrile, Cayetano, Marcos, Recto, Osmeña, and Gingona. Casiple says the electorate's lack of maturity is a factor why dynasties persists. There have been various attempts to pass laws to implement Article 2, Section 26 of the 1987 Constitution. In 2004, then-Senator Alfredo Lim filed Senate Bill 1317, an anti-dynasty bill, followed by Senator Panfilo Lacson in 2007 and Senator Miriam Santiago in 2011. But 25 years after the ratification of the 1987 Constitution, an anti-dynasty bill has yet to be passed. In a Congress populated by politicians who come from political families, passing an anti-dynasty bill is next to impossible.
In the House of Representatives, it has always been archived. But the reality in the House of Representatives is you have at least 40% who are direct members of dynasty. That hasn't changed much.
Casiple claims strengthening of the political parties is the solution to dynastic rule in the Philippines.
Because the dynasty system has basically replaced the political parties. So you have a confused political map here.
Casiple is optimistic there will be an end to political dynasties. He says a combination of the new generation of politicians and a more mature electorate may end it in the next 1 or 2 decades. He says not all political families are assured of a permanent hold on power. There are emerging giant slayers who are now being voted into office.
As people, became mature, they tend to try to find candidates who can articulate their aspirations or come from the ranks.
With majority of members of Congress belonging to political families, the prospect for an